War didn't always begin with explosions. Sometimes it began with silence. High above Rankov, Princess Clara Astor watched a pirate cargo ship fall into friendly hands. Boarding teams moved with surgical precision. Reports confirmed her expectations. Most pirates were on the surface. Good. Clara didn't need to watch to know the outcome. Fighters returned to hangars, rearmed efficiently. For a moment, she considered contacting Wyatt, but pushed the thought aside. There would be time if they survived what was coming. Her attention shifted to the planet below. The hologram zoomed in on the primary conflict zone. Something was wrong. Pirates weren't looting, they were focused on a single facility. They want something specific, Cynthia said quietly. Clara nodded. The facility wasn't fully military, but it wasn't civilian either. Pirates entrenched around it, cutting off all help while smaller groups spread chaos through the city. They're buying time, Cynthia observed, and their confident reinforcements are coming. Communications flickered. A man in battle armor appeared. Princess, we thought we were dead. Identify yourself, Clara said. Dealer Gartak. Heir to House Gartak. Clara's surprise was brief. An heir personally defending a facility meant it was critical. What are you protecting? She demanded. Bueller's voice shook. We were betrayed. Ghost AIs were released into our systems. Under this facility is a secure vault containing industrial fabricator schematics and Royal Navy warship blueprints. Clara felt the weight of it. Pirates could build fleets, endless fleets, slave labor feeding industrial fabricators, pirate shipyards mass-producing warships, rebel groups joining them, noble houses arguing while systems burned. How much data? Clara asked. Fighters, bombers, frigates, corvettes, destroyers. Destruction wasn't an option. The vault was locked, defenses offline. The signal cut. Clara opened a channel to Commander Redford. We strike now, he said. Direct assault would fail. Humans didn't win through brute force. Redford outlined the plan. Drop pods into the command center. ROSF units create kill zones. Tanks smash formations. Mercenaries disrupt reinforcements. Veterans hold flanks. All I need is your permission, Redford said. You have it, Clara breathed. What about captured civilians? If used as shields, we may have no choice, he replied. Drop pods launched like falling stars. Marines erupted into streets. Command nodes fell. Pirate leaders died before issuing orders. ROSF units turned streets into death traps. Tanks smashed formations. Mercenaries hit supply lines. Rookies held flanks with desperate courage. Above it all, the human fleet waited, silent, watching, judging. Princess Clara stared at the burning city below. If they failed, pirates would rise into an unstoppable empire. If they succeeded, humanity would remind the galaxy why it still ruled the stars. The raven hunts, she whispered, and tonight it kills a pirate lord.
Drop pods didn't land. They struck. Like meteors guided by human intent, they tore through Rankov's smoke-choked sky. Sonic booms rolled across the city as armored capsules burned through clouds and defensive fire. Inside Pod 7, Captain Milcade stood locked into his harness, eyes closed, breathing slow. Around him, Marines were silent. A red light flashed. 10 seconds. The pod shook as pirate flak ripped past the hull. Heat surged. Warning glyphs flickered. Milcades opened his eyes. Brace. 3 seconds. The city rushed up. Impact came like divine violence. Concrete shattered. Steel screamed. The pod punched through a building and buried itself in an underground transit line. Bolts detonated. The shell split open. Smoke poured in. Milcade stepped out first. Perimeter. Now. Marines moved instantly. No panic. No wasted motion. Just discipline turned lethal. Gunfire echoed, then stopped. Across Rankov, dozens of pods slammed into strike zones. ROSF units emerged into alleys and rooftops, establishing overlapping kill corridors within seconds. Pirates rushed in. They died just as fast. Clean bursts. Controlled fire. Human soldiers didn't spray fear. They delivered certainty. Above them, 2 Mantis tanks hit the streets hard enough to crack asphalt. Cannons rotated before the dust settled. Targets locked. Targets erased. Entire pirate vehicle columns vanished in seconds. Inside pirate command networks, chaos spread. Comms died. Ghost AIs vanished mid-signal. Human cyber teams hunted control nodes like predators, isolating leadership and severing coordination piece by piece. War wasn't always won with bullets. Sometimes it was won with patience and code. In orbit, Clara watched the battlefield shift in real time. Purple markers advanced. Red ones blinked out. Loss indicators flashed. Each one hurt. "They're pulling inward," Cynthia said. Clara nodded. As predicted, they're protecting the fabricator, exactly where humanity wanted them. Beneath the city, milkades advanced through shattered tunnels toward the pirate operations hub. Thermal scans painted hostiles ahead. He raised a hand. Flash breach. Charges detonated. Smoke filled the corridor. Marines moved through it like ghosts. Pirates fired wildly. Humans didn't. The room fell silent within seconds. Milkades activated as command node neutralized, beginning signal recovery. Elsewhere, Arcatai's mercenaries tore into pirate supply lines, hitting fast and vanishing faster. Reformed pirate fighters under Salazar Reed held flanks with shaking hands, but they held. Humans didn't win by being fearless. They won by acting despite fear. Then the pirates tried something else. Hostage broadcasts hijacked public channels. Civilians appeared on screens, bound, terrified. Withdraw or they die. In orbit, Clara clenched her fists. "They're desperate," Redford said quietly. "They're monsters," Clara replied. But desperate monsters were the most dangerous. Milkade saw the broadcast. He stared at the civilians for 2 seconds, then switched channels. Continue advance. Stopping now meant losing everything. And if pirates won, millions would suffer worse than death. Human cyber teams clawed partial control of the facility's defenses. Automated turrets flickered back online. Shield fragments pulsed weakly. Not enough to win. Enough to buy time. And time was humanity's sharpest weapon. Phase 2, Clara ordered. New drop pods launched. Heavy units. Breachers. Below, pirate morale cracked. Humans weren't supposed to keep coming, but they always did. Deep beneath the complex, sealed vault systems flickered. Ghost AI fragments strained against ancient locks. Timers ticked. The war above was only half the battle. Milkades reached the final corridor to the fabricator entrance. Explosions rocked the structure. Pirates massed for one last stand. He checked his weapon, looked at his marines. Final push. They nodded. No fear, only purpose. High above, Clara watched all forces converge on a single point. If they failed, the galaxy burned. If they succeeded, humanity would remind the stars why it still ruled them. "They'll do it," Cynthia said. Clara exhaled. "They must." Because tonight, humanity wasn't fighting for a planet. It was fighting for the future. And humans never surrendered the future.